Hey. Anyway. I'm not 100% sure I should be playing this yet, but I really need something I'll go all the way through once I've started, so... Hello! Of course, I'm not playing Spirit of Justice after this yet. I imagine I'll need another break after I'm done with this, but... whatever. So...
These are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble, and it's up to us to restore it to its former glory. Yeah, I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board. She's been with us for half a year, though I can hardly believe it. Anyway, her power will be our greatest weapon.
Are you all right, miss?
Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end.
How much you edge him up, you'll never make Apollo look cool, game. The best thing about bombs is how they erase and destroy, without discretion. Now all I have to do is spin everything on that little girl. I just noticed my freaking borders are slightly off in OBS. Ugh, that'll be annoying to sort out later. Nope. Not feeling nervous at all. It's amazing what a girl can get used to. Even a tense atmosphere like this is no biggie. You doing okay, Athena? Oh, Apollo. Yeah, doing great. Like, I'm a little too great. Oh yeah? Well, that's good to hear. Although, I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. Oof, I'm that transparent, huh? Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves are still here, I tell you. This is Apollo Justice. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. Apollo is the lead for the defense on this case. And I'm going to be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? An explosion really did a number on you. I'm just happy that you're okay, Athena. Although, I can't pretend I have no connection to this case. That's why I'm going to see to it that Juniper's name is cleared. And I'm sure you feel much the same way. You got that right. I won't rest until Junie is completely cleared of all suspicion. Apollo, Athena. Thank you for doing this for me. Junie. Hey, are you okay? Sorry about that. I always seem to go into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. This kind of thing never happens at home in the forest, though. This is Juniper Woods. She's my dear, dear childhood friend, and she's also our client for this case. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. But that's ridiculous. There's no way Junie would do anything like that. I brought you a little snack, Athena. Just a little something from my garden. Hey, thanks. So, is this an orange or a tangerine? It's an orange. My grandma says that orange is the colour of strength and endurance. Oh, I get it. Strength for the trial, right? Junie, you're always so good to me. Jeez, look at me. Standing here clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there, they won't know what hit 'em. Right, Apollo? Yeah, that's right. Come what may, this is one trial. We just can't lose. Apollo! Apollo! Ugh. Blood is sleeping. Bleh. Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time he was trying to put on a brave face, but he was really overdoing it. Mr. Justice? Huh? Trial is about to start, sir. Please proceed to the courtroom. What now? But Apollo's in no state to defend. I have to defend Juniper. What are we gonna do? The trial is about to start, with or without us. There's only one other option I can think of at a time like this. But even if I called him now, he'd never get here in time. No, wait. There's something else I can do. Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you gonna do? Bailiff? Yeah,
Yes, miss?
The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition. Tina!
You're not seriously...
You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie.
All by yourself, Athena? Stop for a sec and think about what you're saying. Ugh. Clear my throat for a second. You've never once taken a case on alone before, right?
No hay problema. I can handle it, I think. But I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over? Sure. I believe in you, Thena, and that's enough for me. You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart might just burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now. So you'll just have to leave it to me.
Alright, I can see your mind's made up anyway. I hate it that I can't be there, but I know you'll give your utmost to defend Juniper.
You bet I will. Rest assured of that. My name is Athena Sykes. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in a defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. But I have to do this. I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Junie.
Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is also ready, Your Honor. And what is the meaning of this? I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today.
Yes, well, a substitution of attorney petition was submitted just a few moments ago. Due to the explosion in the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue.
I see. Not at all surprised he used that as an excuse to run away. With me as an adversary, who wouldn't want to feign illness in order to escape?
What? The nerve of that guy. I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. Well, I would if I wasn't so nervous. This arrogant jerk. You arrogant jerk. No, midget.
Is my hearing getting worse? I could have sworn I heard the defense say something just now.
No, you didn't hear anything at all. Especially not from me.
How odd. I could have sworn I also heard something.
Oh, that would be my indispensable partner, Widget. He sometimes blurts out what I'm thinking.
Well then, if that's the case, then it's a clear contradiction to what you just stated.
Contradiction?
You just stated that you said nothing. However, if that device of yours says what you're thinking, then you indeed said I was, what was it? Elegance at work?
Actually, it was arrogant jerk.
At any rate, what does it matter if it's a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me? No fresh out of law school rookie can defend this witness.
Mr. Payne, I believe that's enough. Let us get back to the case.
Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show this little girl why they call me the Rookie Humiliator. I knew it. He really is an arrogant jerk. Arrogant jerk!
Miss Sykes, if you continue to insult the prosecution, I will remove you from this court.
I'm very sorry. It was just a knee-jerk reaction.
Now then, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, if you please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now then. The incident occurred yesterday here at this very courthouse in courtroom number 4. At that time, the trial for a certain bombing was being held in courtroom number 4.
Ah, yes, I was presiding over that trial as well. And Mr. Justice was there as the lawyer for the defense.
A bomb that was being presented as evidence suddenly went off during the trial. It was a terrible incident, and courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Fortunately, we were able to start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred. Just a few seconds more and it would have turned into a horrific loss of human life.
There was in fact one death, was there not?
That is correct, Your Honor. When courtroom number 4 was examined after the blast, the body of Detective Candice Army was discovered. Candice ugh. She was taken to the stand as a witness later in the trial. She was to take the stand as a witness. Ugh.
I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. What a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I stumbled at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape.
Maybe the court should see to getting you even shorter robes. The victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others out safely. Your Honor, allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and details about the bomb.
Just where I can look at it. I can't. Okay, I know how this works. All evidence for the trial is filed in the court record. When I want to check something out, I just touch the court record button. Better take a peek later. Well, you know, right now.
Now then, please call the accused to the witness stand. Defendant, are you feeling all right? You're looking a bit pale.
I'm so sorry. I was feeling a bit weak when I first arrived here at the courthouse. But I'm alright. Junie's really given it her all. I'd better make sure I do the same.
If we could please proceed. Your name and occupation, defendant.
Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student.
Miss Woods, can you confirm you were in the courthouse on the day in question?
Yes, I came to know Apollo Justice through my friend Dina. And so, I was there yesterday to watch his trial and lend my support. Something's wrong. Junie's really scared.
Did you know I'm also known as the Defendant Humiliator? It looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I earned that moniker.
Does its arrogance know no bounds? I have to protect Junie no matter what. Hey, you arrogant Prosecutor Payne.
What is it? Do you want me to demonstrate why I'm known as the Rookie Humiliator instead?
Deep breath, Safina. Don't let him get to you. Prosecutor Payne, Junie is telling the truth. Mr. Justice also backed up a claim when we saw him in the defendant lobby. And Junie, he said that he was glad to get the lotus root you gave him too. He was. My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. She says they can even help you see into the future. And they can? Then that's the perfect present for a lawyer. If that's true, I guess he must not have eaten them.
A sweet, meek girl like this, blowing a courtroom to bits. I must say it's very hard to believe.
Now then, Your Honor, don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime.
That's not true. I don't have any kind of motive. And I didn't even know the lady who was killed.
I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. However, that doesn't matter. The only thing that does is that her objective was the destruction of courtroom number 4 itself.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why in the world would Miss Woods want to do that?
That's a very good question, coming from a novice such as yourself. But first, the question for the defendant. Have you ever been brought up on false charges?
What? Why, yes. Yes, I have.
And did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system?
No, wait just 1 minute. If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up, then every one of our clients would turn into bombers.
That's a valid point. We wouldn't have a single courthouse left standing in the land.
I concede the accused isn't the only one who might bear resentment against the courts. But Miss Woods is the only person who could have committed this crime. Why? Because we have found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt.
Decisive, huh? I'll believe it when I see it.
It involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor.
And what exactly was so unique about it?
Why don't we have Miss Sykes answer that question?
Huh? Me?
I notice that you appear to be very nervous and, well, gentleman that I am. I'd like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence with such an easy question.
Could he be any more condescending? Really, what a thoroughly unpleasant man. L is for loser.
What did it just say?
Nothing. Not a single thing. Now, let's see. What was I supposed to do at a time like this? Oh, I know. The court record. The information I need is somewhere in the court record.
All right, Miss Sykes. Let's hear your answer. What was unique about the bomb that blew up the courtroom? Was it because it was
inside a stuffed animal? Mr. Payne, what kind of simpleton do you take me for? It was stuffed inside a stuffed animal. Its evil intentions covered up by a cute exterior.
Very good. Have a cookie. The bomb that went off in the courtroom was indeed hidden inside a stuffed animal.
There, how'd you like that? Not bad, huh? I am fine. Just like I said from the start, I can do this.
Yes, as I recall, the bomb was stuffed inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I never even got to take a look at it. But what connection does this impish elephant have with the defendant?
The answer to that question lies in another piece of evidence, which I have here.
And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed.
It's a tale, Your Honor. The tale of a poor victim of the explosion.
This is incredible. Are you saying it's Detective Army's tale?
Your Honor is so very close, but no. It belongs to this stuffed animal. It's called the Phony Fanty. A rather unpleasant name if you ask me.
He's the mascot for a campaign to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not?
Exactly. His motto is phony evidence is just trumped up.
That's so wrong on so many levels.
The Phony Fanty's tail is made of vinyl cloth. And we found something very interesting on its surface. The defendant's fingerprints.
What?
The Phony Fanty provided the prosecution with all the evidence we needed. It clearly proves that the accused handled the bomb.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would Junie's fingerprints be on it?
That does appear to be pretty irrefutable evidence. The court accepts it into evidence. Miss Woods, do you have an explanation for this?
I don't understand.
How about you, Miss Sykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute this decisive piece of evidence?
Well, I can't do it. I can't think of a single thing. I'd better come up with something, for Junie's sake.
If you can't produce an answer, we could always go straight to the ruling if you prefer.
No, I have to say something. Fast. Oh no, I can't get my voice to work. Why now of all times? I thought I overcame this already. Maybe I'm still not ready to stand in court.
As you can see, there is no room for debate.
Objection!
Why, it's you.
Sorry it took me so long to get here, Athena. Apollo explained the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come help you out in his place.
Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it, but I was having a real rough time on my own.
Oh, I don't know. I think you were doing just fine, all things considered. And you hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Now let's turn things around.
You got it, boss.
Oh, oh. Looks like... Oh, oh.
Blech. Voice.
Oh, oh. Look who showed up out of the blue. If it isn't Mr. Phoenix Wright, you always manage to surprise me.
Your Honor, Mr. Payne has called for an early ruling. But I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. How did Miss Wood's fingerprints wind up on the stuffed animal tail? How was the bomb even detonated? Until these questions are answered, I assert it's impossible for a fair ruling to be made.
You are absolutely right. Let us continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne?
None at all, Your Honor. This one really looks like she's having a hard time.
Jeannie's really struggling, Mr. Wright. I get the sense she's afraid of the courtroom itself.
As of yesterday.
Yeah, it was understandably very traumatic for her.
Poor thing. Here she is, back at the courthouse again, being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honor. If at all possible, I'd like to have Miss Woods rest in the lobby.
Given the defendant's condition... Very well. I grant special permission.
You go get some rest, Jeannie. Leave the rest to us. Okay. Thank you. Sorry about this.
Phoenix Wright. I've been looking forward to meeting you. It's been a while, Mr. Payne. You're more clueless than I'd heard. I do believe you mean, how do you do? For I am Gaspin Payne. I am the younger brother of your long-standing rival, Winston Payne.
What?
Long-standing rival? When were we ever rivals, let alone long-standing? You'll see, Mr. Wright. I will cleanse Winston of the disgrace he met with your hands. Without your hands, blech. Looks like this royal pain is going to be as thoroughly unpleasant as the other. Your Honor, the prosecution would now like to call a decisive witness to the stand. This witness will testify as to how the accused detonated the bomb in the courtroom.
Very well. Please call your witness, Mr. Payne.
Witness, your name and occupation, please.
Witness?
Name, Ted Tonate. Occupation, bomb disposal specialist.
Oh my, what a strange robotic voice you have.
Speech synthesis via typing. It is the same as me talking.
Sounds exactly like a robot.
Can't you speak in a normal manner?
I can. You can. But I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. Energy expenditure, speaking, typing, understand?
What an odd witness.
Mr. Tonate was in charge of the bomb for the trial and was there when it went off.
Being a bomb squad specialist, do you have any relation to the defendant?
Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Many people are employed by the police. I know only a fraction of them. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim.
Shocked?
I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body. So he was the first to discover the body, was he? He is here to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion.
Very well. The court will hear Mr. Tennate's testimony. But at the very least show this court some respect and remove that base guard witness.
The bomb was originally disarmed by me, then transported here as evidence. Bomb name HH3000, operated by timer or with a remote. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw that the bomb's timer was counting down. So, even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on. Precisely. Activating the timer is very simple. 1. Connect wires. 2. Switch on timer. A monkey could do it. I am sure even you would be able to, Mr. Wright. I guess this makes you the blue monkey in this barrel of fun, boss.
I'd now like to begin my cross-examination. Huh? Mr. Tonut, what is that?
HH3000, aka a bomb.
A bomb? Great googly moly! Yeah! Mr. Tonut, I demand that you disarm at this instant.
Disassembly complete. 5.3 seconds, 0.2 seconds short of my personal best.
Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I'm not exactly a spring chicken, you know.
This is an exact replica of the HH3000. It is used to practice disarming bombs. Disarm equals success. Explosion equals failure.
An exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? So that's what it looked like.
I submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial. Dimensions: 10 inches height by 10 inches width by 10 inches depth. Weight: 12 pounds. A perfect replica.
Your bomb does appear to be a very good copy indeed.
Yes, however, I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. It has a very puzzling wiring setup. It is regrettable I could not replicate it.
Witness, that's enough. There's no need to replicate anything here. Now if the defense would begin their cross-examination. Where has Miss Sykes gone to?
Lena, you can come out now. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's get to work. Guess you were pretty scared, huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about. She was about to bolt. Hey, put a sock in it, widget.
As transparent as ever.
Now let's see. Where were we?
We were at the cross-examination.
Oh, cross-examination. Of course.
She seems disorientated. Wonder if she's alright. Maybe I should ask Athena if she remembers how to cross-examine to help her focus. Nah, no need for that right now. She'll be fine.
I'll do everything I can to help. You can't find any contradictions? If you flub up too often, don't be afraid to ask me for help. I'll let you know where I think the suspicious statement is.
Sounds good. I'll be counting on you if I get in a bind. Alright, it's cross-examination time.
Hold it!
You say that you disarmed the bomb, but are you really sure it was disarmed? Absolutely. I can disarm anything. In a flash. That looks more like dismantling than disarm to me. Well, pardon me. Let's see, is there any chance you could have forgotten to disarm the bomb? Impossible. I do not make rudimentary mistakes like that. They say to err is human. The jury is still out on this guy. If you must know, Mr. Wright, according to the court's own records, the fact that the bomb had indeed been disarmed was officially confirmed. Guess I can rule out the possibility that he forgot to disarm it. Could you talk about the bomb in a little more detail for the court, Mr. Tonight? Certainly.
Hold it!
What was the approximate size and weight of the bomb? Dimensions: 10 inches high, by 10 inches wide, by 10 inches deep, depth. Weight: 12 pounds. Libs, whatever. This information is also written on the photograph.
Yes, here it is on the back. According to this, the case is made out of alloy plating 5/16 of an inch thick. Certainly sounds like one thick and very heavy bit of metal.
And if I drop that thing on your foot, you'd be hopping. If you drop that thing anywhere, I'd be hopping from the nearest exit.
Very well. I believe the court has heard enough about the bomb itself. So, Mr. Tonich, you were keeping an eye on the bomb. Where were you watching from?
Hold it!
Why were you in the gallery? My duties may have been over for the moment, but I wanted to keep watch. Even though the bomb was disarmed, you can never be too careful. Explosive devices are very dangerous things.
How admirably responsible of you. A model to be emulated.
I practice disarming bombs every day. I practice assembling them too.
The disarming part I get, but assembling them?
Well, I'll have you know that I practice presenting evidence every day myself.
I see, but do you ever practice having evidence presented to you?
Presented to me? What? No,
Then you cannot very well call yourself a professional yet, can you?
That does it. I'm gonna start practicing having evidence presented to me every day. And you better drink some coffee. Boss, we're gonna be pulling an all-nighter.
I don't think that will be necessary, or worth either of our time.
So, Mr. Tonich, what did you witness from the gallery?
Hold it!
You saw it counting down clearly, with your own eyes. I hardly think a timer as small as the one on the bomb could be seen from the gallery. These goggles help me see very small things clearly from very far away. I can even see what you had for breakfast by looking at your tie. Why do I suddenly feel like a bug under a magnifying glass?
Yes, it's possible he saw the timer if he was wearing those goggles.
I'm not so sure. There's something that just doesn't sit right with me.
I don't think I follow.
All was completely hidden inside the stuffed animal. So well concealed, in fact, that it didn't even look like a bomb at all.
So you're trying to find testimony that conflicts with the evidence, right?
That's right. Listening carefully to Mr. Tonich's testimony is just the first step. After that, it's a matter of taking a look at any evidence that seems relevant.
Remember that you can touch present when you want to open the court record. Find evidence that conflicts with the testimony presented. Let's see. This testimony is about when the bomb went off. So I think that what state it was in at the time would be pretty important.
Bomb that didn't look like a bomb because it was inside a stuffed animal, huh? I know what I gotta do, game.
Objection!
So, you say you saw the bomb's countdown, is that right?
Of course, I clearly saw it counting down to 0.
And I say that you are clearly lying.
What are you talking about?
There is no way you could have seen the bomb's timer. After all, the bomb was concealed inside a stuffed animal. Mr. Tonate, how can you claim to know the bomb was about to go off when you couldn't even see the timer?
But that is... What? No!
That does seem like a glaring inconsistency indeed. Witness, how do you explain this?
Well, I... Oh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You found a contradiction right off the bat.
Always remember, Athena, when you find an inconsistency in a witness's testimony, there's always a reason behind it. Could be a lie, a hidden meaning, a secret. Whatever it is, it's up to us to dig it out.
Finding out every contradiction we find is the best way to do it. Right, boss?
Now the question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tonate?
Well, let me see. No. There must be some mistake. Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I remember now. The sound. I knew because of the sound.
Sound? What sound?
When the timer of this type of bomb is switched on, it beeps softly. Beep, beep, beep. It is the sound of the bomb counting down.
A beeping noise, you say? I suppose it would be possible to notice that even with the bomb inside the stuffed animal.
I simply made a mistake. My bad.
Objection!
How in the world did you hear such a tiny little sound all the way from the gallery?
Listening for the sound of a bomb's timer is an integral part of my work. I constantly undergo training so that I will never miss it.
I hardly think training would help you hear something so soft from so far away.
What now? Are you making light of the fine science of disarming bombs? It is a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear a bomb's timer? It's not like disassembling a toaster, you know.
Now he's just showing off.
You keep asserting that the sound was too tiny to hear, but the only tiny thing here is your skill as a lawyer. Being suspicious is not an attractive quality, you know.
You're just overflowing with attractive qualities, are you?
Well, perhaps you have some proof that Mr. Tonate did not hear the sound.
Well, no, but still seems totally suspect. It's going to be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something.
If I have this correct, the prosecution's argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. What I don't understand, Mr. Payne, is why you believe that person to be Miss Woods.
That's simple, Your Honor. Mr. Tonate happened to be there when it happened.
He was there when the defendant rearmed the bomb.
What's this now?
It happened before the trial started. It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. We brought the bomb to the lobby for the defense. Bomb equals evidence. The lawyer wanted to see it before the start of the trial. Looking for a chance to get at the bomb, Miss Woods was already there in that lobby. Her goal was surely to rearm the bomb and steal the remote switch.
The remote switch?
Yes, the switch that controls the bomb remotely. Duh. It has been missing ever since the incident. I am partially to blame. I left the bomb and remote on top of the transport case, and they were rearmed and stolen while I was talking with the lawyer. The defendant that used the remote from inside the courtroom to start the timer.
Objection!
How can you assert so unequivocally that the bomb was rearmed in the lobby?
Objection!
The bomb was safely secured in the transport case. The only time it was outside of the case was in that lobby. Therefore, that was the one and only opportunity anyone had to meddle with it.
Someone other than Mr. Tonate could have opened the case and taken the bomb out.
Impossible. The transport case is assigned exclusively to me. Do you see this number here? That is my identification number. And I have the only key that can open the case.
Nevertheless, Mr. Payne's assertion is nothing more than conjecture. You have no proof that it was Miss Woods who stole the remote switch.
And by the same token, you have no proof that it wasn't her. But what I do have is a piece of evidence that proves the defendant handled the bomb.
That tail.
5 minutes, 24 seconds, 2.3 deciseconds. The defense's advantage lasted a mere 5 minutes.
Ugh, talk about a rotten hand. As long as they have her fingerprints as their trump card, I'm at a bigger disadvantage. It appears we will have to hear from the defendant herself once more.
I wholeheartedly agree, Your Honor. I would like to recall Miss Woods to the stand.
I trust you have no objections, Mr. Wright? I'm worried about her condition, but we do need her testimony. On the other hand, not sure I want to make Athena mad.
I can read your feelings, you know, boss.
Guess there's no use hiding from her.
Don't worry, I know we need her testimony. But if anybody picks on her again, they'll pay.
She's already at anger level 1.
Don't worry, I'll stop the proceedings before I let anything bad happen to her.
The defense has no objections, Your Honor.
In that case, I will take my leave. But before I do, there is just one more thing. Mr. Wright, is it?
Me? Yes?
Dismantling bombs is my job. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try.
Ugh, this guy is hiding something. I just know it.
Now, if you will excuse me.
Bailiff, Please go out to the lobby and bring back the defendant.
Junie. Hi, Athena.
She looks even worse off than before.
Don't worry, Junie. We're here for you. Thanks, Fina. And I'll do my best too.
You blew up the courtroom because you bear resentment against the courts, correct?
No, of course not.
What's that you say? I can barely hear you.
I haven't done anything wrong. The prosecution's scary.
Objection!
What an impudent little girl. Stop acting innocent and tell the truth.
This is getting ugly.
You rearmed the bomb because you wanted to blow up the courthouse. Admit it. That's why you went to the lobby where Mr. Justice was. Isn't that right?
Mr. Wright, can I go give that prosecutor a smack?
What? Of course not. Do we have to review Courtroom Manners 101 again?
Can't let a creep that bullies innocent girls like this off so easily.
I haven't forgotten about how we treated you.
Don't worry about me. Just help Junie. Her heart's crying out. She's so scared. So very scared.
Looks like Athena's picking up something with a heightened sense of hearing. Sounds like this time it's the voice of Miss Wood's heart. Don't deny it. You stole the remote switch and used it in the courtroom, didn't you?
Objection!
Your Honor, please put a stop to this. Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant.
Yes, Miss Woods does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I ask that you behave more like a gentleman.
Yeah. But don't you know, Your Honor, there is no more a gentleman than in this world than I.
As if a gentleman, or even a gentleman, would behave like he does. Don't let that rude ruffian win. Tina!
How dare you call a gentleman such as I a rude ruffian? I'll have you know I attended a manners class every Saturday. I'm more than a mere gentleman. I'm a genteel man.
Not when you're terrorizing a young lady, you're not. I'd demand my money back from that manners class if I were you.
I should probably be the adult here and stop the two of them, but...
Mr. Payne, that'll be enough.
Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move on to the defendant's testimony. Miss Woods, please share with the court what you were doing when the bomb went off.
Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. And the bomb went off. Rubble started falling. It fell on top of me. Junie's clearly in pain being forced to recall the bombing like this. She can't even get her words out.
This isn't going to work. So what now? Hey, wait a minute. Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, we can listen to what's inside her heart. Yes, now's the perfect time to use Athena's power. You can hear it, can't you, Athena? The cries in Miss Wood's heart?
Yes, they sound incredibly strained. She's so scared, I think she could collapse at any second.
Athena has a unique ability, you see. With her finely tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. In essence, She can sense how a person is really feeling from the tone of their voice. Guess it's all up to Athena and her special ability now. Athena, I want you to use the analytical psychology you studied. And listen to the testimony of Miss Wood's heart.
Okay, Voss, I'll give it a go. After all, this is the whole reason I put all that effort into studying analytical psychology. Off gets. Let's do it. Do this.
So your holographic thingamagob can show us how Miss Woods is feeling, right?
In a nutshell, yes. The emotions and images that I pick up on just now while listening to a testimony, I can enter all of that into widget and use the mood matrix to analyze them. These mood markers here reflect fluctuations in Junie's emotions. When she feels happy or is enjoying the memory, the happy marker will light up. When she feels angry or frustrated, the angry marker will react. When she feels sadness or is frightened by a memory, the sad marker will blink. When she feels surprised or confused, the surprise marker will let us know.
So, with your special ability in Widget's Mood Matrix program, we can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Talk about the wonders of technology.
Yep, now let's give it a shot. I'm picking up on some kind of discord or noise in Junie's heart. See here? This is what the noise looks like in the mood matrix. It's a result of inconsistencies between her testimony and her feelings. If we can pinpoint these inconsistencies, the noise level should drop.
Okay, it's time to listen to Miss Wood's true testimony.
I think I have a good grasp on Junie's emotional state now.
This power of Athena's is incredible.
And I'm seeing an unexpected emotion that's inconsistent with the content of her testimony.
What? Already?
Look at this. When she says it fell on top of me, the happy marker is reacting.
Oh, look at that. That is odd.
There must be a reason for this contradictory emotion. We just need to do some digging. When you find an unexpected emotion, touch the pinpoint. Then select the unexpected emotion or reaction from the 4 mood markers.
Widget is registering joy when Miss Woods recalls the rubble falling on her. Must be a reason for this unexpected emotion. Miss Woods, as the rubble was falling, was there also something that made you feel happy?
What? Mr. Wright, this feeling of happiness is spreading through Junie's heart. Keep going on this point and I bet Junie will start to calm down.
Great, let's hear what she has to say.
Just as I was about to escape the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was so startled, I tripped. And then rubble started falling on top of me. I really thought I was done for. But just then, Apollo came and rescued me.
Apollo?
He used his own body to shield me from the rubble.
So that's when he sustained those injuries.
How do you feel, Junie? Did talking about Apollo give you some courage? Yes, Apollo is just like the sun, strong and bright and warm. Just talking about it makes me feel like a leaf undergoing photosynthesis. You see, your coughing stopped all of a sudden. Oh, you're right. Thank you, Thena.
Looks like we were able to draw out some new testimony.
Pretty neat, huh? But there's still some noise left, meaning there must be some discord in Junie's heart.
Guess we'll have to keep going then.
Let me input this new information and update the mood matrix, and we'll be good to go. You remember what to do, right?
When I find an unexpected emotion, I should touch pinpoint.
That's right. And then you select the unexpected emotion from the mood markers. Find the reason for the discord in her heart. Then we should be able to draw even more new testimony out.
Trying to run, but I was too slow. Oi. Voice. I could get away, the bomb went off. So stumped, I tripped and rubber started falling on me. You were happy when Mr. Justice rescued you, weren't you?
Yes, I was really happy.
Was there also something that you felt sad about at the same time?
Sad?
And the reason I ask is, when you were describing how you were rescued, you sensed a little sadness too.
Oh, I think it's probably because of the bum rap Riney.
Bum rap Riney? Well, what do you know? Something new.
That's right. I brought my stuffed animal, Bum Rap Riney, to watch the trial with me. Bum Rap Riney and Phony Fanty are brothers.
You know that the legal world could inspire a whole line of merchandise.
I had Bum Rap Riney with me while I was watching the trial. But it wasn't until Apollo saved me that I realized I'd lost him as I was running away. My poor Riney, a victim of that terrible bomb. Oh, I know. You can see what he looks like in this poster. It's for the campaign to eradicate fake evidence and false charges.
Phony Fanty and Bum Rap Riney, huh? Nothing against the campaign, but why an elephant and a rhinoceros?
Mr. Wright, I don't sense any discord in Junie's heart anymore.
So I guess that means we managed to draw out all of our testimony.
That's right. I'll just make an update with the new info, and we'll have the whole picture. So, do you think our new testimony will help?
Absolutely. I don't know what I would have done without you, Athena. So, Bum Rap Riney was in that courtroom when the bomb went off. Now that we know that, it changes the meaning of that other piece of evidence. All I have to do is present it at the right statement. watching from the gallery with Bumrat Briny. I tried to run, but I was too slow. Get rolling off. Start to trip rubble. Yeah. That's Junie's complete testimony. Not bad, huh, Mr. Wright? Should focus on the new statements Miss Woods made. Existence of Bumrat Briny should turn things around in our favour. Changes the meaning of a certain thing. Yep. Said all this already. Ugh.
Objection!
Miss Woods, I know this trial has been very hard for you. But you can relax now. You are, without a doubt, innocent. I owned.
Mr. Wright, what wild assertion are you making now?
My wild assertion is simply this. The two stuffed animals were mixed up. The tail the defendant's fingerprints were found on wasn't that of Phony Fanty. It was the tail of a gallery companion, Bumrat Briny.
Objection!
What? What nonsense is that? I concede they're both stuffed animals, yes, but they're completely different characters. An elephant and a rhino. They're as distinct as a defense lawyer and a prosecutor. But are they really so different? Both defense lawyers and prosecutors strive to protect the peace through law. Even elephants and rhinos have some similar characteristics. They're both grey, for example. Anyway, this poster is all I need to prove my assertion to be true. If I may direct the court's attention here, you'll clearly see how the two got mixed up.
Take that!
Well, would you look at that? The two tails are exactly the same.
Yes, exactly. The two stuffed animals are based on entirely different animals. But the design of their tails is exactly the same. Ah!
Order! Order in the court! As long as the possibility exists that the tail belongs to the Bumrat Briny, we can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendant handled the bomb. As things stand, I consider the charges against the accused unsustainable. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Payne?
Oh, yes, of course, Your Honor. Oh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You turned things right around. Yeah, it's not over yet, but at least we managed to hold out this long.
I believe that brings our proceedings for today to a close. Mr. Payne, I'm afraid you have some serious investigating ahead of you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Let us reconvene tomorrow. Court is adjourned.
That was so exciting, boss. We did it. True to form, you managed to just barely pull it off at the very last moment.
True to form? Gee, never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me.
Thank you for everything you're doing.
You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out.
And you got really brave at the end, just when we needed you most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around. Well, you were the one who gave me that courage, Thena. Really? Thanks. So, to be honest, was I any help at all?
course. Without you, we would have never gotten out of that tight spot.
That's good to hear. I may still have a lot to learn, but you can bet I'm going to give it my all. I'll be so good that one day you'll call me your partner.
That's what I like to hear. Analytical psychology. The ability to solve the riddles of a person's heart. Athena's true potential is beginning to really shine through now.
Hey, where's Apollo anyway?
Good question. I almost forgot about him. I assumed he'd still be here in the lobby.
Oh, I know. Maybe he's still in courtroom number 4.
Courtroom number 4? What would he be doing at the scene of the explosion?
When I came out to the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bumrat Briny. I told him I dropped Briny in the courtroom as I was trying to escape before the blast. And then Apollo said he had an idea where Briny might be, so we went to take a look together. Huh. I guess Apollo can be pretty nice when he wants to be.
So you went looking for Riney together before you were called back into courtroom number 5?
Yes. I'd had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. But then they called me into the courtroom number 5 to testify. Apollo insisted on staying there, though. With all those injuries, I wonder how he's managing. I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Wonder what it was.
He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper.
Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence.
Anyway, we better go and get him.
Good idea.
Where are you, Apollo? Trial's over for today. Come on, I know you're... No.
Ugh. Oy. God damn. It's been so long since I've actually voice acted anything. Ugh. How long is... Nope, 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 nope. Oh, how long since I actually voice acted and my voice is already going. I need to rest it. I really do. Also have to wait for a delivery today. It's just not... yeah. I'm gonna have to end early. Can't be helped. Blech. Besides, I'm still feeling a bit fricked up from yesterday as well. So, that will be all for now. And I will be back tomorrow with more. Bye.